Our next speaker is a best-selling author, host of the radio show Layers of Communication, and a mother of 6, including quadruplets. Please welcome to the stage Miss Lydia Taggart.
One, two, three, four. Oh, there he is on the other side of that tree. 5, 6. Oh, I'm so glad that there's a fence around this place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, someone's coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, they're all mine. Thank you. Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Evan! Evan! There he is. I scoop him up, and as I'm coming back to the playground, I hear these 2 ladies talking about me losing my kid. What do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know anything at all about raising 6 toddlers all at once. They don't know anything about feeding 4 babies at the same time. They don't know. How could they possibly know? They don't know anything. But what I know is it's time to get my kids. It wasn't always this easy. It wasn't always this easy. I remember a time standing in my kitchen. My then 3-year-old son was with me, receiving the beratement. His crushed soul fell to the floor. I was pregnant. 1, 2, 3, 4 babies. I turned my torpedo belly around to listen to my mother-in-law tell us, "He's ruined. It's all your fault." And how horrible a mother I was, and how I'd ruined my children. And then she says, "And you feed him too much cheese." "But he likes cheese." She couldn't handle it. She left. And I looked at my son and I thought, I have to help him find his voice. I have to have him be able to communicate and talk to people. I can't lose him. I can't lose my family. But along the way, I lost myself. And now, almost 20 years later, he just finished a 2-year service mission where he helped train other volunteers how to use heavy equipment at a cannery. Thank you. He earned the most excellent senior in his theater at high school. He found his voice. But first, I had to find mine. I did. How would you like to never have to worry about whether or not the negative stuff is going to knock you down? You can handle anything that comes your way. Who would like to do that? How many of you would like to know how to be your own person and never wonder if you're lost and get out of that imposter syndrome? You can stand in any kind of hot water and not be knocked down. That's what we've learned. I've got one most powerful principle to teach you. It's called the mirror effect. And the mirror effect changes your perception of your reflection. I don't need to be wimpy anymore. I know who I am. I get to have cheese day any day I want. So here's how it goes. All you need is a mirror. Find them anywhere. Any kind of place you have a reflection. You don't even have to have a real mirror. You can look at your reflection in a car window or in a puddle. The next thing you need is an affirmation or a declaration to affirm the new you, what you want changed. Now, when we have an affirmation, there's lots of science that says the more we repeat things, the more ingrained it gets in our brain. Those neural pathways travel along, and this is how we got into these bad habits to begin with. We've repeated those lies, repeated, I'm not good enough, I can't feed my kids cheese. All those crazy ideas have been practiced and walked on that path over and over. So we're gonna pick a new path and change its direction and repeat it often enough that we create that new path in a way that it will be deeper than the old path. So it naturally flows the new truth. And the third part is to repeat it and redirect what you expect. So what's part one? Part one is reflect with your reflection. You look in the mirror and you say, my example, my first thing that I said was, I have beautiful eyes. I did not believe it. So you look at yourself and you say, I have beautiful eyes. Yeah, okay. Next day, I have beautiful eyes. Yeah, okay. And the next day, I have beautiful eyes. And then one day, I have beautiful eyes. I do, I have beautiful eyes. And my reflection, you know what my reflection said? About time you figured it out. Of course you do. So what if you're reflecting with your reflection and you're choosing the new and you're redirecting what you expect and you're still not getting this result that you want. Your reflection's not telling you about time. It's just saying, yeah, okay. Well, you do this next step. This is how you accelerate any kind of change, any change that you want. It's the scoop and save. You scoop it up and you put it in your heart and you save it there and you let it sink in. We've been trained that you're not worth it. We've been trained to not be able to accept a compliment. And this really makes it difficult that when we hear something like you have beautiful eyes and we push it away, stop pushing it away, scoop it up and plant it where it belongs. Let it be there. I do have beautiful eyes. Thank you. You're welcome. So let's imagine, where can you use this? Where else can you use this other than with yourself? What if you have a teenager and the teenager doesn't think that they're worth much? And they certainly don't think you're worth much, right? If you're the parent especially. I have 6 teenagers at once. I know about this. So you reflect them in a new light. You give the reflection that you want from them. You choose the new, and you redirect what you expect from them. If you expect someone to hate you back, I'm going to love you and expect that you love me. And it works. It really works. Okay, so how about at the workplace? If you're in a meeting and you have an idea and the boss says, we're going with my idea. A lot of times we think, my idea was better. We can reflect with that. Yeah. Maybe this really is better. Maybe I will be better if I learn this new way. And we can build that relationship instead of tearing it down. When we know who we are and how powerful we are, we find our voice, we find who we are, and we can bring everyone else along with us and increase their confidence as well. Can you imagine? What if everyone knew how amazing they were? What if all of the team at work knew there was no way possible for them to fail when they went out on that sales floor? What if all of those teenagers knew how incredibly amazing they are? What an incredibly amazing parent you are for those teenagers. We need to look at ourselves in the mirror, reflect with your reflection, choose the new, redirect what's expected, and let the mirror effect take effect in your life. Thank you.